There's that old familiar school bell, and your great school is a great fight song, and I choose to use the University of Idaho. Say it with me, say it loud, say it proud. I-D-A-H-O, Idaho, Idaho, go, go, go. That's right, you're listening to that exciting, exceptional, motivational episode of Conducting My Life. I'm your host, my name is Paul Everts. That's my real name, by the way, it's not a stage name, it's Paul Everts. I don't work well in the fictional world, I just, not my wiring. You can reach me at my email address, which is BAND, the number 2, band together at Comcast.net. You could also go to our handsome website, which is conductingmylife.com, where you'll see I'm a speaker, trainer, coach, working with the Maxwell team, using a lot of John Maxwell, super New York Times bestselling author. Hire me, and I come out and do some leadership training. I like to say better people make better leaders, and that's what we're doing with this great John Maxwell material. Also, take note that I have written a book called Conducting My Life, and please order that book. Probably going to do some addendums to that book soon, or some additions. To put things in context, I'm recording this on the 23rd of July, and I want to make sure you know that, just in case some other interesting things are happening in the world. My goodness, last 10 days. Whoo-wee. Okay, we're not a news story or news show, but my goodness, let's not ignore what's happened in the last 10 days. So again, 23rd of July, it's 10:44 in the morning here in beautiful Roseville, California. Roseville is 20 minutes northeast of Sacramento. All right, enough of that. Here we go. We're working on John Maxwell's book, Learning the 17 Indisputable Laws of Teamwork. This is law number 1. The introduction was last week, so if you want to know what the book's about, go to the introduction. We try to do these between 10 and 15 minutes because I know you're busy and I don't want to bore you. Also, I encourage you to get the book, The 17 Indisputable Laws of Teamwork. It's one of his older books. It's really a good book. But here we go. Law number 1, the law of significance. The law of significance simply states 1 is too small a number to achieve greatness. I bet you if you look at anybody's greatness, things that they've achieved, it's not just been them alone. I know, since I'm a high school music teacher, there's no way that all the achievements that I have enjoyed, and yes, I've enjoyed quite a few, humbly so, all glory to Jesus Christ. It's because my wife, Diana, has been by my side, my family, our son, PJ, our daughter, Katie. They were in the band in high school. Love them dearly. Needless to say, probably now thousands of students, because I've been doing this since 1989, so I probably would say 1,000 or so, if not more. There's no way I can't do it by myself. When you're playing an instrument by yourself, it's a solo, right? But yet you have to remember, if you have other people, let's say you're playing in a restaurant, so it's not just you that's having the greatness. What about the manager that hired you? What about the servers that are serving the food? What about the people making the food? What about the bartender doing the drinks? See, it's not just you. It's the whole package. Sometimes we just think, hey, it's just me. No, it's not. You're not doing everything by yourself. Nope, sorry. Probably the one thing you are doing by yourself is maybe breathing, if you're lucky enough to do that. But I've now see that I might have a breathing issue, so I might need to have the doctors help me with that. So I don't know if I'm doing that by myself. 1 is too small a number to achieve greatness. He has a challenge for you. Dr. Maxwell has a challenge for you. He says, name one significant accomplishment that was a result of only one person's effort. You can't, because it's not true. There's no way you can do that. There's not a person that has done something by themselves. So 1 cannot multiply, right? 1 times 1 is 1. 1 cannot multiply. Reasons we do it ourselves. So here's the reasons why we do it for ourselves. Number 1, insecurity. Okay, we don't want to share this with other people, so we're very insecure. We think we can do it by ourselves, and if we have other people do it with us, it's a sign of weakness. So number 1 is insecurity. Number 2, ego. Basically, it's the same thing. I like the ego being an acronym for edging God out, EGO. So our egos get in the way. So therefore, again, we attempt to do things on our own. Again, 1 cannot multiply. Number 3, fear. Well, fear of failure, fear that we might be, again, our insecurity is going to start showing, our ego starts showing, fear that we can't do it, fear. Number 4, selfishness. Yeah, I want all the credit. I don't want to give anybody any credit for my greatness, my achievements. It's all about me. Number 5, pride. pretty much the same thing. Pride falleth before the man, right? So we have a lot of pride in ourselves, and again, when we have others involved, we have to give them credit as well. Well, we're just our ego and our pride too much. Control. Yeah, think about that. We don't want to give up control. But there are times when you're going to have to give up control. For example, greatness in breathing, right? I've had numerous tests this summer. I've had tests on my kidneys, on my gallbladder, on my liver, my heart. Had a tooth pulled out. It's been one of those summers. You get 58 years old, man. It's like you got a car. You got to take it in to get it fixed once in a while, get it tuned up. So I lose control. So even my life, I count on these doctors and these nurses and my wife, and I have to give up control. There are times when I hand it over to the other people, and then I have to trust. 7, naiveness. One cannot multiply reasons we do it ourselves because we're naive. We think we know it. We don't know it. And we're just a sense of naive. Childlike behavior, maybe. Number 6, poor teammates. Oh, yeah. You need to have yourself surrounded by good teammates, people who know more than you, people who truly love you. Your inner circle is so important. That's a good one. And then the last one is lack of training. One cannot multiply reasons we do it ourselves because we have lack of training. So, yeah, that's the other thing. Everything gets in the way of training. We all need training. At 58 years old, I need training. So I did go to a workshop in Denver called the Teacher Freedom Summit. And it's a newer group. It's the second year it's met. And I got training on really taking a look at the purpose of unions now versus the purpose of unions, let's say 30, 40, 50 years ago. Purpose of unions were to make workplaces better, salaries and things like that. Now, the purpose of unions seems to be more of politics now. We're not talking about salaries as much. We're not talking about improving test scores. We're talking about political issues like abortion, healthcare for bigger things, transgender issues. And I think they believe that when we do that, then the test scores are going to go up, and I don't see the corollary. I don't see the connection. So there's a sign on a desk. Sign reads, "If I had to do it all over again, I'd get help." If I had to do it all over again, I'd get help. In 58 years, I agree with that. Even at 58, you need to get help. And that's why I do this. So I hope that it helps you, because helping you, it reciprocates. It helps me too. And here's the question for today. Law of significance question is my dream bigger than myself? Is my dream bigger than myself? And we all have dreams, and I hope they are bigger than yourself, meaning that you're going to have to go to other people and get help. We have a dream right now of building a school of music and leadership, and that is a big dream. So I'm with you. Now, here's some application to think about. In your organization, list at least 3 things you prefer to do yourself. So think about that. Use one-word descriptive answers, pride, fear, etc., and list why you choose to do these things listed above. Those are the 3 things you do yourself, listed above, instead of handling them or handing them over to someone else. Yeah, get other people involved. It can be a lot of work. It's a paradox. It's a blessing and a curse. Make it a blessing. And then he's got other things such as, now think of another person who's capable of handling all these tasks, and so forth and so on. So here's the final thought. No one is going to succeed on their own. You haven't from the very beginning. When you're in your mom's womb, you hope that she's eating and drinking what she's supposed to be. So from the womb, from the beginning of your life, you have needed someone. So always keep that in mind. And then you also need to be there for other people for their success. You need to be a significant person in other people's lives. I hope this has helped. I always want to leave you with beginning with the end in mind. Every choice you make is who you are. So choose wisely. Seek first to understand, then be understood. And then finally, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I care about you very much. Take a look at the Venmo account. We'd love to have your financial help. God bless you and God bless America. And let's get through to the first Tuesday of November as you listen to the national anthem. Okay, I love you. Bye.